What's up, you guys? Today we're gonna talk about peer editing, something very important that you have to do with every writing assignment. It's very important because when you write something, how you present it shows what type of student you are. Do you care about what you're doing? Are you competent? Do you have the ability to write at your grade level? So we're gonna briefly talk about what you need to do each time you turn in a writing assignment. First thing, I'm going to talk about this. There's two steps. The first time you need to edit it yourself, and the second time you need to have someone else edit it. I'm mainly going to talk about when someone else is editing it because it's the same steps. So when you edit it or when you edit for someone else, you're still looking for the same things. It's just a matter of who's doing it. So let's move on. First thing is you have to recognize you're going to have to read through the entire assignment. When you edit, it's not something that you want to rush through, and you want to make sure that you read it knowing that you have a purpose, something that you're going to need to do. So it's going to take extra time, but you have to be disciplined and make sure you go through the steps. Next, when you make suggestions or when you're looking for things, you want to be specific. So don't give broad statements like it didn't make sense. Give them, if you're doing it for someone else, give them a suggestion. So if you add more details after this sentence, it would make more sense or it would be more clear. So don't just say, your word choice was kind of boring. You want to give them examples of words that they can use so it won't be boring. So you want to be specific in the suggestions you make. Now, what type of suggestions should you make? You're looking for word choice, details. Is it organized correctly? Are the sentences too long or too short, or are they confusing? And most importantly, did they stay on topic? So whatever the prompt is, did they meet the prompt? So these are the things you want to look for. Now you also want to make corrections. When you make corrections, this is important because if you don't do this, no matter if what you write if it makes sense or if you can do an excellent job, but if you have spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes or you don't have periods or you don't capitalize things, then it doesn't look good. And you look like you write like a third grader and you in 8th grade, and that's kind of ridiculous. So there's certain things that you must make sure that you correct. Okay? So after you've done these things, you want to read through it again and make sure that you have written what you wanted to write the way that you wanted to write, knowing that this is your last chance to prove what type of student you are. Okay? So these are the steps. You want to stay positive and make sure that you are giving positive feedback. You want to make suggestions. You want to make corrections with things like spelling, punctuation, capitalization, are the sentences written correctly, things of that sort. Okay? So before we go into more detail on specific things to look for, here's a quick overview. This is a quick overview of how to self-edit and how to peer edit. Mr. Florence, signing off. Peace, baby.